Hello everyone, my name is Batabile and I live in a tent. Today we're going to focus on a question that a lot of people have, not everybody asks, although some have, which is a really important one for anybody who's thinking of living in a tent. If you don't have a lot of experience with camping, this is something that you might want to know about. The question is, how do you pee in your tent? Why would you want to pee in your tent? This is mostly about at night, when you don't want to go outside and go traipsing off into the brush somewhere in order to relieve yourself. There should be a way that you are able to do that in your tent. If it's raining, if there are scary animals outside, you should be able to relieve yourself in your tent. I happen to live on a field where there is no running water, there's no electricity, there are no facilities of any kind, so I have to find a way to go to the bathroom. I'm one person who always has to go in the middle of the night, at least twice actually. It's really annoying. So I had to come up with some kind of a solution that would allow me to comfortably use the bathroom in my tent, and I found the perfect one. Okay, so you ready for my high-tech solution for how to go to the bathroom in my tent? Well, pee, because number 2 is another matter. But pee, how to pee in my tent. Okay, you ready for it? Here it is. Ta-da! This is my pee jug. And it has features to it that are actually really important. I have experimented a little bit and have discovered that this is actually the perfect jug for doing the business in the tent, especially for the ladies, okay? So, because for the men, this is not necessarily such a problem, but for the ladies, this is a problem. The first thing about this jug that's really important is that it is oblong, okay? It is oblong. It is not round, because we are not round, okay? I had a jug before that I was using. I'm going to show you what I'd used before. It was this. No, not so much, okay? So things that are really important about the jug is that it should be nice and tall, okay? It should be nice and tall because this is easy to squat on, all right? And oblong for dribble issues, if I must. That the lid is really important. It's not one of those lids that, I'll show you this one, that has a spout where you turn it to pour. When you have this kind of spout where you turn it to pour, invariably at some point you're going to put the lid back on incorrectly, or even if you put it on right, you go like this and push it down, it's going to leak. If it tips, it's going to leak. I know. With certainty, it will leak. So having a lid that does not have that pour spout where you turn it is really important, because it sits on top squarely like this. This one smells really good, because I wash it out with Dr. Bronner's Lavender Castile soap. This is really great. The pour spout goes like this. The pour spout is actually irrelevant, because when in the morning I get rid of everything, I just take the whole top off. Okay. Another advantage to the jug being oblong is that it is not as likely to tip over. So that's really important. I have issues with this. The other feature is that it's strong. You want something that's really sturdy, because liquid gets heavy. Okay, so this jug that I had originally, as you can see, the handle broke. This was a bleak moment. You don't want that to happen to you. So you want to make sure that it is oblong, it is made of sturdy material, that the lid is not one that you turn in order to pour out of, but that it actually seals on the top, and that it is nice and tall enough so that you're not overexerting yourself in order to reach it. All right, and then in order to have a full experience, a wonderful experience, you're going to need to have three things. So you have your jug, and then here's the next trick that I discovered. A box of tissues. Folks think toilet paper, of course, right? No. Toilet paper requires two hands. You got to hold the roll with one hand and then wrap with the other, or at some point you're going to need both hands. The problem is that if you're using a pee jug, often you are going to be using one hand to hold the jug. And so you're going to want to have something that allows you to use just one hand in order to grab the toilet paper. So I found that tissue paper from a box is really great because you can just use one hand and pull out the tissue paper and it's all there. Okay, so you've got your jug, you've got your tissue paper, and then finally, of course, hand sanitizer. And that's it. No muss, no fuss. It's really easy. It can take a little bit of getting used to, but at this point, there's no big deal to it. I'm really happy using the bathroom in my tent, my bathroom here. All right, that's it for today. Bye for now.